You like the Christmas tree part too, right? Sideways
right.
grab.
Thank you for joining us for the 20th episode of We Burn, We Rise. Today I'm joined by Hyperion, Robin, Fluffy. We have a special guest, Blade, to talk about CFG Ninja. We got John from RYI here as well. We're happy to have you with us today for updates all across the Phoenix Initiative. Before we open up the chat to Q&A, keep in mind that the Q&A is recorded, so we appreciate the community's adherence to keeping the discussion profanity-free. Don't forget to sign the form pinned in main to get your attendance NFT for the meeting. And I'm going to start by handing the baton to Robin to talk about the successful fork. It's bragging time.
When fork!
Yeah, it's a little bit of bragging time. So at Block 2 million, we officially implemented a lot of new features for the chain, burning, gas estimation, whole bunch of other stuff that's just going to help us continue growing long term and make sure that we stay competitive. Yeah, I mean, I've talked about it a decent bit over the past couple of weeks, but where I'm at right now is once I get fully caught up on some work, I've got to go back over to the decks, finish updating some things with it regarding gas estimation. But everything on the back end, as far as the chain goes, is looking great. Let's see here. Pulling up a transaction just to take a peek. So let's find a block with a good transaction on there, because we are officially burning supply with on every block that has a transaction. There is a small percentage that gets burned. In general, it's going to be 0 just because it would be burning part of the gas fee, but because there's not really any fees, there's not a whole lot getting burnt. But yeah, I'm just happy everything went through and went smooth. Oh yeah, okay. So I just found one where a transaction burnt some, and it's a whole bunch of zeros with an 8. I think that's like 12 zeros. So we're burning a very insignificant amount of the supply, but that combined with the happening being officially in place and every block being worth 1 Phoenix, we are starting to see a little bit more supply shock than we have before. I mean, you can see it on the chart. I think we did, a 3 or 4x within a week and a half. So we're starting to move back towards some good numbers all around. And then once I finish some updates with the decks for the gas estimation, we'll be sitting pretty, because all of those tokens that are now functional with taxes on transfers will be more usable. I just have to finish with the logic on the decks and to make them better. Also resolve a couple math issues where, like, as an example, let's say you're trying to sell 12 of X token. When you go to try and swap to whatever other token, you put 12 in, it's going to ask you to approve a second time. And then you actually have to drop the balance to about 11.99 pretty much, because it approves it up to 12, but not including 12. So handful of bug fixes all around. We're getting there. It's just a lot of work. So I'd imagine I'll have the DEX updates pushed this week, depending on when I get around to them. I'm hoping to get to them by like Tuesday or Wednesday, but I can't make any promises. So that kind of covers everything for me as far as the fork goes. I'm just happy it's all done, because you can ask anyone on the team. I was a stress ball every block up till 2,000,001, because it was like, all right, I've tested this. It works. I know it works. But it was just the live run of everything. So kind of launch day anxiety. But all is good. Everything's running smooth, and we're starting to take the next steps.
Yeah, and this also sets the ground for the next forks, right? It's all 2 million blocks.
Yep.
is the next fork, and that took us a little less than a year. So in a little less than a year, expect the halvening to happen down to 0.5 Phoenix per block.
Yep.
So that's a statement about max supply. So some people always ask about that. We're never going to reach 10 million, quote unquote, right?
Well,
It'll
technically
take
we could, but it would take hundreds of years.
Yeah, we won't see it past a certain point within any of our lifetimes, our children's lifetimes, or their children's lifetimes.
I'm going to live in the metaverse. What are you talking about? I'm going to be
Live forever.
uploaded. I'm waiting. I'm going to see the next. I'm going to see 10 million Phoenix.
That poor metaverse.
It'll finally get.
Welcome to Mars's Playground.
Sorry, Hypers. I'm afraid I can't let you do that.
It's going to be all corrupted, and he's going to have a mullet. This isn't what I signed up for.
It'll be a reverse mold. It'll be party in the front, business in the back.
Oh, I guess Robin would remember this. In the 90s, there was an era where it was a very strange thing where you'd have it'd be like a high and tight, but you'd leave the front long and kind of like spike. It looked really weird. A little spike in the front. Bringing it back.
Yeah, that was a little bit before me. I am a baby.
I feel attacked.
Ooh, we leaking.
Specifically, yeah.
Made with shameless bullets.
Who could that be referencing? I have no idea.
I'm almost tempted to keep it.
I think Spaz would look great with a mullet.
Honestly, he probably wouldn't look very professional at his job, but
Long hair does not work for me. It was not good. Because it takes too long to make it look presentable, so I just wind up tying it like a stupid knot in the back, and never again. But the charity got hair, so. Awesome. I'm going to hand over to John if you want to go over the updates for RYI.
Yeah, thanks. I appreciate that. Where to start? I'll probably start with the soonest released, I guess. So I just got the green light last night. This was kind of a development that I've been looking at for about 6 months, and I've been researching the market quite a bit for it, and I could never find it. And basically what it is it's very similar to a white label staking feature platform. And I was talking with our developer last week, and we were going over the details and everything. And he's a pretty senior developer, and basically he's like, "Hey, let me do some research on it. Let me see if I can put something together." And basically what it is you're going to be able to go to Unity DeFi. Anybody, you don't even have to be a project manager. Anybody can go to Unity DeFi, and they basically are going to fill out this form, and they're going to be able to create their own staking pool. And they can create an NFT staking pool, liquidity pool token, or a liquidity pool token pool. And they're also going to be able to create any type of cryptocurrency pool that they want. And they're going to be able, pretty much what they're going to do is they're going to dictate everything. So they're going to be able to figure out the time and length of the staking. And once they do that, they're basically going to press the submit button, and then it gets sent to the team, Unity DeFi. And all we do is verify that the rewards have been sent to the contract. And it's all self-automated. So all I do is press deploy. Once I verify the project or verify the person, verify the rewards. So for instance, if I'm just like random John, and I have some spare Phoenix, right? I'll be able to go to Unity DeFi and be like, hey, I want to help out the community, and I just want to create a staking pool and basically just spread awareness on Unity DeFi. So they can go to Unity DeFi, and this would be obviously the wrap Phoenix, and they'll be able to go to Unity DeFi, create a staking pool themselves, send the rewards. I just verify the rewards. I press deploy, and the pool's live. And same thing goes for NFTs. If anybody has an abundance of NFTs they want to basically post as rewards, people are going to be able to stake for those NFTs. And same thing with the LP tokens as well. So I'm pretty excited about it. I think it's probably going to be the first. This is going to transition into white label staking. And they're going to be able to get their own domain. So I'm basically going to be able to port. So the pool is going to be on Unity DeFi. It's going to be live. So you'll see it on the staking platform that they created. And it's going to be, they're going to have 100% ownership of the smart contract, 100% ownership, pretty much everything. Because one of the cool things about the smart contracts for the staking smart contracts is once you send the rewards and the rewards are verified, nobody can remove them. Not me, not anybody. They're there forever. So when people go to stake, those rewards are not going to be moved, and they're constantly going to be receiving those staking rewards. So a lot of projects are going to have the opportunity, instead of having to go through all this hassle with finding a dev, hey, I need a staking pool, I need an NFT staking pool, I can't find a developer, it's too expensive. They're going to be able to simply go to Unity DeFi, create a pool, bam, the project has a pool in a couple hours. It's going to be up, running, and the community can pop over and start staking. So that's something I've been searching for a long time. I never found it. I never thought we were going to be the ones to create it, to be honest. It's just something I talked to our developer, and we went over the details, and he kind of just was working through the weeds. And then last night he told me, he's like, hey, I got it. We're good to go. So we're going to be launching that probably next week with this type of white labelish type service. We have to prepare for volume because I'm assuming there's probably going to be a lot of usage of it because of its capability, and it's going to be probably the first one on Binance Smart Chain, the first, I guess you could say, white label staking platform on Binance Smart Chain. So we got to be able to make sure we can handle the volume, the loadout, and all the security measures as well. So that's next up. That's going to be probably next week. So super excited about that. Like I said, that's something that was kind of a pipe dream, and it kind of just happened by chance. I got the green light last night, so super excited about that.
Congrats, that's awesome. I mean, we were talking about doing something like, well, we are talking about doing that for FireC, right? Helping NFT artists with the quick user experience, no dev needed. It'll come eventually, but that's also in our kind of like pipeline. Use pipe dream for now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and we'll be able to work with you guys on that too. You know, we can kind of compare smart contracts, get our developers working together to make sure FireC has this as well, especially on the NFT music side, the NFT side in general. So, yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. You know, we can have this capability within, you know, the Phoenix ecosystem, the RY ecosystem. We're still waiting to bridge over to Phoenix. But I'm super excited about that because I have a lot of plans for when we do bridge over. You know, we have Unity DeFi and kind of our next phase. This was kind of our last edition. We're going to be always building the staking side of things. That's kind of something I really want to focus on because I think that's the future of DeFi, especially when you go back to the bull market. People are going to be looking for the best staking platform. And if they have a kind of white labelish type service, or a kind of self-auto, I can create my own staking pool as a project manager, you know, until I get some more funding or whatever. I just want to stand up a quick pool. I think that's going to be kind of a go-to hot place. And then I know the white label services are picking up. They're catching a lot of steam. So especially like for the NFT music, for the artists, you know, if they're able to go over to FireC and they're able to stand up their own staking mechanism, and they're able to basically port it back to their page and have their own domain. But it's ultimately, they're using the Phoenix blockchain to support it. I think that's going to be a huge addition. So,
and the fact that your wallet is so well-rounded with or it's integrated so well with Phoenix already, the fact that it just shows the NFTs, you don't have to go and import them individually. I mean, that's going to make it a ton easier for our users, especially because MetaMask is the hurdles, man. Just the hurdles, man.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a lot of work to do on RYPay on iOS and Android as well. We're still I'm still working with our developer, Hassan, and we're still working on the integrations. He's been handling a couple other projects as well. So it's kind of been, we kind of hit like a period of where we weren't able to maintain the momentum. And he's circling back, I believe, at the end of this week. So then we'll start being able to work on those integrations and be able to get Phoenix integrated to the Android application. That's something him and I have been on that for like a month. It's just something we haven't been able to finish. So he's coming back online Thursday, and that's one of my top priorities for RYIK.
Exciting stuff. Yeah, we're still working on the bridge, and we're trying. I'm gonna see if Fluffy might be able to, but we'll see whether I need to hop in and do that. But we're still working on the multi-chain bridge. That way, we can do assets from any chain to our chain, including stables and like ETH, Bitcoin, all of those. So it's still something we're in the works on. It's just with our current bridge, it's tricky to get any token that isn't basically just token over from another chain to our chain, and vice versa right now, because I have to build a custom bridge for each token. So if we're able to get multichain.org involved with that, we would be able to utilize all of their features.
Well, not only that, it wasn't a feasible option until we had gas estimation, which now we have. So that would have eventually caused a whole heap load of problems when other tokens tried to bridge to Phoenix.
It's a mighty big Red Bull.
I just had to take a closer look at that.
Oh my god. All right, Blade, you still with us?
I am here. What's up, guys?
Hey, man, congratulations on winning, man. That's amazing. Your team is so impressive.
He's about mad at that position, but he's been very excited about everything Phoenix, and I support everything he wants to do. And he said, I want to do this. And it does make sense, to have a locker for any type of liquidity lock, any type of token lock, any type of NFT. So we're pretty happy to go through the contract, build the D app, and make sure we're able to deploy and get everything running on the Phoenix blockchain. So I was pretty happy with his work and with the overall work we all did to make it happen. So definitely great work by the team.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, if anyone is still unfamiliar, CFG has released a free locker for your projects. So if you have liquidity and you want to lock it away, there's no fee associated. You go to their website and they will lock it on the Phoenix blockchain. So use it. Give confidence to your community. This is what it's all about.
Did I hear that correctly? No fee? Wow.
Most of the work we do, we kind of like do it for free for most of the projects we work. We do charge something for security audits and development contract, but we also don't charge like some of the other people will charge. I'm all up for charity work, for knowledge work, and I think this is one of those instances, right? Where we really want to, number one, gain more knowledge. Number two, make sure we have something that is secure for the people to use. And number three, make sure that whatever fee we need, we just do it by our normal work and we don't take it from people. So definitely great work to make sure that the token log and everything related to it is no charge.
So as he mentioned, they do audits. So if you have a project that's coming up, definitely reach out to CFG team. They can do an audit of your project. And part of that could be locking liquidity in their locker. And that, it goes both ways that way.
Absolutely. And when we talk about audits in our platform, it's not just your traditional audit. A lot of people out there go and run their contract or their code against a tool set. We do need to have a tool set for vulnerability scan, but we don't do our work using tools alone, right? We use a lot of code reading. This is known in the industry as peer review of code. So we do a lot of that peer review of code where we go line by line. We make sure that your logic makes sense, right? And then once we finish, we go and test everything you coded against the blockchain, right? So let's say they want to do something in Phoenix. We'll go and test every single function to make sure it does work, right? That all of a sudden they try to say, oh, this function is going to withdraw tokens from the contract, but hey, when we read the logic, it actually takes tokens from people. And that's an important part of our security assessment, making sure that the project makes sense, that the code makes sense, and after all, making sure that the project is secure. If not, we're going to fail you. And I don't have a problem by failing a project that has something wrong. Maybe they have their Telegram bot. Maybe their social media doesn't make any sense. Maybe their code or tokenomics is bad, and we're just going to fail that project just because of that. So we go a little bit more than just audits. And that's something that I'm proud of the work we're doing to make sure that everything we review it does make sense and is secure.
Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, and we need more of that, especially in communities that come up overnight. And you're like, what's this project all about, right? Should I put money into it? Am I the early one that's going to get duped?
Yeah, that's another big challenge, right? A lot of people go and say, oh, this project is new, let's get some hype going on, but there's a lot of lack of knowledge, lack of understanding of economics, lack of understanding of liquidity, right? If they want to make a pool from, Phoenix and their token, they got to understand that their tokenomics against the pool needs to make sense. Otherwise, they're going to go into permanent loss, right? So that's another thing we advise projects to make sure they understand. So yeah, a lot of projects come overnight, but they don't understand crypto, right, or liquidity, and I hate that. That's one of the things we talk in our VIP group in a day-to-day basis, which is projects and their lack of understanding of liquidity.
You just need moon boys. That's what I heard. You just need all moon boys, and you're fine. And girls, I guess, exactly. Girls too.
Exactly.
Fantastic job again. Congrats. Your team definitely deserved it. Okay. I mean, it was just something that completely functions on our chain, and it was done with no fee. If anyone wants to donate for using it, by all means, there's a donation address.
Just in case I have a spare, I have a flat tire on my way home, so I'm waiting for a tow truck. So I'm talking to you guys while I wait for a fantastic tow truck to come pick me up.
Tow trucks, that seems to be the theme for the last couple of weeks. Rxbbn had a tow truck.
Oh man, I bet. Now something interesting, right? After we deployed those first few contracts in Phoenix, over the past few weeks, we have deployed, I will say, between 10 to 15 contracts, from standard tokens to routers to factories. Somebody was talking about creating their own staking platform with a factory, right? We did a couple factories the other day to test it in Phoenix, and I'll work it without any problem. I think my biggest fear when I deployed a token this week was to make sure that I was able to mint when I do a buy, which it goes back to the factory. So I was like, will I be able to do this in Phoenix? And you work it without any problem. You buy a token and you get exactly the token back to the liquidity. So the only way to buy it is by using the swap and using the Phoenix. So I think everything is looking really great on your side. So I'm very happy about that.
And you guys have an official token on our chain.
That's right. So we got CFG Ninja token on your chain. I also deployed my charity project, which is called Tres Leches, in your chain, and it's working beautiful. Both of them are no tax and are working in your platform without any problem. So
that token sounds delicious.
Yes, exactly. That's the idea behind it. So yes, so 2 tokens now from our platform is running in Phoenix. So you can just add liquidity to it, buy it, using the swap without any problem so far, and they're doing really good so far, both of them.
I just looked at your website and I don't see the link to the.
It's phslocker.cfg.ninja. If not, we will drop it later on the chat just to make sure. But it should be directly on the website. Just gotta pin the web developer. He was out on vacation, so I gotta pin him to make sure that he added to it.
Yeah, we should also get Fire to add a link to it to the website as well. That way it can be easily found. I think that'd be a good idea, because I know I've used it a couple times, and it worked smoothly and didn't cost anything.
Yeah. As soon as I get these updates sorted out on my end, I'll be adding, I think, 2 tokens to the trusted list, updating logos, all of that stuff. Just going to knock it out in one go.
Ooh.
So we just got to check off a couple things before we hit that point.
And if you deploy something and you've locked it, go bother Rxbbn to see if you can be a trusted token.
Yep. Yeah. I'm still working on trying to figure out what exact requirements I'm going to have for getting on the trusted token list, but initially it's not going to be too strict. There's a handful of devs that I know that are safe. They'll lock their liquidity for as long as it takes. I mean, like with CFG as an example, I bought some and locked liquidity for, I think, 2 months or 1 month myself. But no, CFG will get listed because I know the liquidity's locked for a long time. And then Matt and Bladepool are great devs. So not worried about them running off with anything.
I think our liquidity, we send it out to the debt wallet. If not, the newest token I just deployed, I ended up sending the whole liquidity pool to the debt wallet. So yeah, that would be the other thing. If it's currently locked, more than likely it's going to go to the debt after that. We really, in terms of funds, when it comes to liquidity, we don't really care too much in that sense. So if it's not in the debt wallet, more than likely we'll end up there in the long run. But we do appreciate you guys adding liquidity and supporting it. I thought it was really cool to see it. And the chart was looking really, really good for a few hours. So we were pretty excited to see that.
You like the Christmas tree part too, right?
Sideways grab. Except a few people sold, we were like, okay, it's not a problem for us.
That was like no, I take it back. No, wait. No, I take it back. Never seen that on a chart before. In beta. Beta everything. Phoenix beta.
Yep. As long as there's only one me building things, most things will be in beta for a bit. I mean, I've still got to fix up some stuff with...
Way to take all the credit for everything, buddy.
You're learning, you're helping, but...
There we go.
I'll give you that credit. You're learning and you're helping, but I'm doing like 90% of the stuff.
There we go. But see, you're taking 100% of the credit, which 10% is coming from me.
Okay.
So anywho, I have a request to Spaz, because without you knowing, we've stolen a hair and we're trying to clone you. So just wait a couple of years. We'll have another Rxbbn.
Like a rabbit hair? Like a rabbit hair or...
One of my hairs.
No, one of his hairs.
We're not going to clone any more rabbits.
No more rabbits. No, they do that themselves. They don't need
to deal with anymore.
No rabbits, no goldfish. We're just
speaking of changing sex a goldfish is what I hear earlier. Though it's got to be more specific.
Yeah.
How's the Android version of RYI wallet coming along, John?
That's what we're about to get to on, I believe it's Thursday. We were working on it for the last couple of weeks with the mobile app developer, Hassan. He does pretty well. And so he's going to be back online Thursday, and we're going to be working on that. He's had a couple issues with it, so that's why I was reaching out to you to kind of talk to you about it, to see if we could address the issues. So we're going to be back on that Thursday. It should be a quick fix. Once we figure out exactly what the integration issue is, it should be a quick fix, like a 24, 48-hour turnaround. It's just a matter of figuring out exactly what needs to happen. That's the good thing about mobile apps, is once you figure out what the integration issue is, it's a super quick fix. I mean, 24, 48 hours and it's live. So yeah, so we're on it. Yeah,
that's fantastic. Because I know a lot of people are really tired of MetaMask, and
yeah, the Android version is sweet too. It's top of the line. I love that one. I love the iOS too as well. It's just the Android is the one. So the Android, what we're doing with the iOS, it's pending right now with Apple. We're working with their team, and I don't know what's going on with Apple, to be honest with you. Usually Apple's very professional. Turnaround time 24, 48 hours from their team. I don't know if they're having a political issue with cryptocurrency or blockchain in general, but it's been like 3 weeks, 4 weeks, which is highly unusual. This is the first time I've ever dealt with it, and I emailed their team. Usually I get a response 24, 48 hours. They'll respond in like a week, and they're like, we're still reviewing it, and it went up to higher. I'm like, can you elaborate? Like, are we talking, is there a political, issue? Because the reason I say that is because you guys have seen the Android app and how many features it has. It's super high-speed wallet. It's got the 12 market feeds to swap, just about everything, all the bells and whistles. It's top of the line. So what we're doing is we're taking a lot of those top of the line features from Android, and we're going to be incorporating them into the iOS. Well, we did that. We submitted that. That was like 3 to 4 weeks ago. So currently what you guys have right now on iOS, additionally, what will be there once approved is you're going to have the 12 different market feeds. We're working on the swap. I think we actually removed the swap just in case to not make it too difficult. But you're going to have basically everything from Android, all of those special features that are on Android, because Google is a lot more lenient with blockchain cryptocurrency, are going to be on iOS as well. The only thing we removed was the swap, just because of Apple, and they're very hesitant with anything third party, and the swap obviously is pulling from CoinGecko API or never mind, various DEXs, third party APIs and stuff. So that's kind of where we're at. I'm literally waiting every day, it could be any day that we hear back from them. But once they do, and once they approve, we'll be able to incorporate all the market feeds. Everything that you see on Android will be on iOS as well. And obviously Phoenix is already integrated on iOS. And then right now what we're doing is working on for Android. All we're really doing is working on the Phoenix integration, the chain integration to Android version. So that's pretty much the update on RYIPay.
Yeah, I know a lot of us are definitely looking forward to making the move over.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And like I said, this Thursday he's going to be back online, so I'll be able to get with him. And I still want to talk to you, Fluffy, and maybe Robin as well, just to kind of get maybe like the three of us kind of looking at it can maybe, see exactly what the issue is. Because I know, like, once we figure it out, like I said, it's going to be a quick 24-hour, 48-hour turnaround, and then it's live. So I'll touch base with you this week.
Sounds great.
Hey, since this is recorded, ping me offline. This is Bladepool. Hashtag no comments.
He's like, I have left. I'm leaving. Where's my tow truck?
Well, Bladepool is a family name, right? He's actually Bladepool the Third.
That's right, man. It's going to go across every single people after me.
Like his mother wanted a really traditional name like Thomas or something, but then his dad was like, no, you know what? I just watched Blade and I just watched Deadpool. We're going to name him Bladepool.
I was just going to say, was his dad Deadpool? What's happening?
We got to go a little bit older than that to Blade Runner, though.
Oh, there we go.
Ooh.
Breaking out the classics.
Yeah. Did you like the second one?
Absolutely not.
What?
It was okay. It was okay, but still, Blade Runner, the first one, will be best.
Yeah, the graphics were pretty good on the second one, but...
Oh, I forgot to mention for RYIPay, for those of you that are that use Unstoppable Domains, they're going to be integrating to RYIPay probably by next week. Should be completed. So Unstoppable Domains will be actually fully integrated into iOS and Android. Just a heads up for people that use Unstoppable Domains. They're doing some pretty cool things. They just got a huge grant. So they're moving pretty quick with their development, and they reached out to us and wanted to integrate into RYIPay. We've been working with them for about 2-3 weeks, So yes, so I'm excited about getting that up and running.
That's pretty sweet.
I think RX just found the solution to the bridge problem.
Time? Question mark?
1 year until clone.
1 year? Is it a full size or is it like a mini me? Is it like a guy this tall?
It's actually just hands, and your brain.
It's just brain, hands. I pop it in front of a computer and it goes. That's the game plan. Oh,
that's
perfect.
it.
Sounds like that old
Mini.
World Blues Fallout, or where it's just the brain in a jar with the little hands.
Yep, that sounds perfect. Just a little help would be great.
Well, I've been poking at Cableys for a while because he's been kind of on vacation a little too long. But you know what? I think the token bridge would be right up his alley.
It looks like we don't have any questions. Do you want me to do the outro and we can end the recording?
You didn't ask anybody if they had any questions yet.
I asked in text. Does anyone have
yeah. Well, some of us don't
Should
read
we?
your text.
Are we skipping your recipe for this week? Do you have one, or
I do not have one. I've not been feeling well this week, but I'm feeling better today. So next week I should have a good one.
Well, there you go. You know what? That's perfect
Maybe
time
you'll
for
have
some chicken noodle soup. Or rabbit noodle soup.
bunny meat? Yeah.
Still looking for community submitted videos.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah. You know what? It's just after seeing your videos, I know mine are going to look terrible, so...
Time
Well, the one you
lapse.
gave me wasn't bad.
It wasn't
It's
good
so
either.
good.
And you're talking like, what was that, 7 hours of cooking? Yeah. That would have to be one heck of a time lapse.
We'll speed it up 20 times. You're just flying through everything. And then the other thing before we go, look forward to a live session with us on Diablo Immortal, maybe coming up. I think that we're prepping for that. Woo!
I just have to ask one thing, Fluffy. After 2:00, don't expect me to stay up much later. Because every time we play Diablo, I'm up till 3 or 4, and then I wake up the next morning, I'm like, oh, so much regret.
I'm up.
Too much Diablo.
I'm up even past that. In fact, I think I'm pretty close to breaking 4,200 CR. So,
A
Wow.
monster.
We actually have a whale. We have a Diablo Immortal whale amongst the team.
no, when I hit 5,000, then I'll brag.
I think you were bragging the majority of the time we were playing. Like, oh, I gotta kill this boss. What boss? Oh, this one? I don't see a boss.
Dead. No, he was confused. That's all.
Yeah.
It's like, what are you guys talking about? Dead.
I don't know. You watched me fail last night, sort of. Or
I
at least
did.
didn't.
That was I got one
I
shot though, so I can't talk much.
I still beat it, but just not within the time limit. Which, that still hurts my soul a little bit.
So Blizzard, anytime you want, find us. We're Phoenix Blockchain. You want to shower us with orbs and stuff?
Yeah. Those are always well accepted. Or platinum.
Whatever, man.
One of these companies is
Blizzard,
going to take us up on our shameless, be it Red Bull or Blizzard or Pringles, whatever. There's something. We got to get something.
Nabisco.
Yes, Nabisco.
Someone, anyone.
Balls. BAWLS. Balls.
As
Here's the
always.
shameless pitch.
Don't forget to drink some
And
balls
it's-
today.
Yes, give us free stuff. We will hawk whatever.
Not financial advice. Not paid for.
all
I don't
all
know.
content is satire.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the person that destroys things in one hit. This is One Punch Man himself. With
How do I exit share
I
screen?
still love that name.
And he's shilling Azuki. He's shilling the Azuki NFT. Whenever you guys want Azuki, come on over to Phoenix Blockchain. We're waiting for you. Come on in.
Actually, that is our clan. I don't know if that is based anything on an NFT because nobody's mentioned it.
No. No, I saw the leader's name is Beans, and Azuki is a type of bean. So I think he's just having fun with it. Yeah.
That makes more logical sense.
When NFT Diablo. All right.
All right. Am I bringing this home?
Yep.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us today. We will see you all again next week for episode 21 of our weekly broadcast. Wishing every member of the family a fantastic week, and we'll see you in chat.
Bye.
See ya.
Happy Labor Day.